So we always say in the Black Panther Party that they can do anything they want to us. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
Gangsta.
Earthquakers. And I'm your ring, yo.
Gangsta, Brazil.
It's a vibration. It's instant. Resonate.
I can't believe
it's that curl in the afro, that twang on the guitar, that Ravi Shankar 12 string on the sitar, that Coltrane saxophone blowing like a cigar, Malcolm by the window with his finger on the trigger. The shock was the doctors can't find with x-rays. The pain in your gut is passed down from ex-slaves. The black Buddha within, on the lotus, sitting on the dock of the bay, getting red with Otis. That soul sonic bambada, gold teeth ebonics, James Brown in the pocket, Mississippi guts, bucket chi overflowing like rum. The vibration of your palm slapping against a goat skin drum. The soul in the folk song, the story in the tat, the old school drop top with bass in the back. It's my natural disposition, I was born like that. It's engraved in my soul like grooves in the wax. I got soul power.
We will shake the very foundation.
Is that real? Soul power. Yeah. Rocking that soul power. Check it out. Hey, I want you to take a walk with me. Yeah. This that nigga town poem by Al Princess Carter, the murder that made Martin a martyr. This is that break from the cycle that ended with Carmichael up in Lowndes County, Alabama, cocking them hammers. It was the white rooster versus them black jungle cats. Made them lift up their sheets, take a peek under that. The stench of a rotten system, ill-gotten. And if you listen, you can hear survivors off in the distance. The undeniable spirit of the fire, the old reliable unseen force when you need it that takes you higher. It's the rose keys in the church choir. It's the heat, it's the speakers, the turntables and wires. It's desire, it's the beautiful act that inspires crowds to riot. And non-believers left with their jaws dropped in silence. The difference between philosophical non-violence and black power. It's karma, we're coming for ours.
it's real.
We will shake the very foundations of this unjust society and put an end to poverty as we walk together.
You know, it's a lot of artists that say they're part of a movement, but then it's very rare when you find artists who are a movement unto themselves. The first time I ever heard these brothers, it was a beautiful day. First song I heard from them was a song called Happiness. They're some of the downest brothers you will ever meet. They make me feel like I'm in high school again. I be wanting to be down with them so bad, whatever I could do. Cheerlead, mascot, I got y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my brothers, my comrades, Matulu, M1, Stickman, Dad Prez.
Yeah. New York 3 them all. Yeah. RBG. Look. Yo, you expect me to vote for the lesser of two evils? Never. It's more like the evil of two lessers. That's like saying M, choose your oppressor. Pick one. Jeffrey Dahmer or Hannibal Lecter. You want crack, Coke, Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper? They all fucked up, but neither one of them better. Cause crack is like a Democrat, cocaine Republican, marijuana Independent Party, same government. You really think your vote count? Ask my folk down in Florida, didn't they straight throw they shit out? And the crackers act innocent, knowing they depend on this. Benefit from hush money from big businesses. Money is the president, dead Prez, dollar bill, and I bet no convention ain't spending this. Soon they gon' need us, believe us. When these cats pick rappers to be political leaders. Don't be pawns, be low, leader LeBrons. Run up on them arm like motherfucker, it's on. If Congress can't make progress, let's change the process. No more times running for office. crackers. Talking like that, these crackers will call you crazy. What's crazy is, ain't no difference in me and Jay-Z. The same boat brought us the same place from slavery, so you rock the same chains anyway.
Baby, baby!
But my name is M1. On the stage, I'm known as M1. My real name is Mutulu Olubala, which is the name that I've been given by my community. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of our movement, of our revolution. I am a builder of solidarity. I'm a freedom fighter, a change maker, if you will.
Representing liberation, freedom for black people. I'm not representing kowtow and bootlicking. I'm not representing Uncle Tommy. I'm representing power to the people and no compromise. I'm representing in the forward to the future, an organized, united people, African community with only one goal, self-determination.
I remember Huey was running through Oaktown. J. Edgar Hoover came with the dope, now it's towed down. I remember Malcolm and Marcus, Huey and Fred. I feel their pain even though I wasn't there. I'm taking the steps they was taking to get free. I waded through the water with gas with Harry and T, smoking cigars, watching Che writing his diarrhea, marching with Martin saying it couldn't be me. When Richard Pryor cut on the lights and gave us our props. It's a tragic day, Marvin was stabbed by his pops. I remember saying what's going on and never stops. Back day when niggas never ran from the cops. When Ronald Reagan came through, the hood was flooded with rocks, and niggas started rocking them Jews flooded with rocks. King Shaka Zulu left them crackers blood on the rocks. We poured out to our ancestors shot in the rocks. Before rock and roll met hip hop became popular. Before black music was under the white binocular. I remember Lil Bobby Hutton, the first member. The first 9/11 was really in December. 12/4, year 1969.
What's your name?
Sticky Icky, Dead Prez, RBG, for life.
Everybody on their training, all my martial artists, vegetarians, yoga students getting it in. If I leave the gym without my muscles shaking like a vibrating bass drum, I'm violating. If I ain't aching and sore the next day, I feel cheated. Like a fiend in my workout, I need it. My regimen is goal-based, very strategic. Building up my temple like a pharaoh in Egypt. A wise king gotta take care of his kingdom. I live for the burn, want it hotter than Bikrams. That burn is my bliss when I'm stressed and I'm tense. When I'm locked in my zone, nothing else don't exist. Quitters never win, a winner never quits. The burn is just weakness transformed to strength. When times get hard, I go harder, think smarter. Bruce Lee said be like water, tough times make us tougher. My mama ain't raised no sucker, I ain't scared of no struggle. I love to let it burn.
Dead Prez is a you know, my organization with my partner M1. We do music, we about our hustle, you know what I mean? We do politics, you know what I mean, in our way of life. And we just, you know what I mean, trying to add on with something inspiring out here, promote freedom, ownership of our own lives, you know what I mean? Well, I got hip to hip hop really just as a, you know, a fan and as something going on in our community, you know what I mean? Like, just something dope, you know, the freshness of it, you know, for my big brother.
I became a participant, I guess, when I got old enough to carry the reins and be a promoter of it, a dancer of it, an artist of it, to write it on the wall, to, you know, to carry it on, to propagandize it. I've been doing that shit since I was like 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? I've been rapping since I was 17 years old.
How old were you when you started rapping?
12, 11.
Were you already conscious of the power of hip-hop to, you know, to
Nah, not at all.
speak real ideas?
What really made me hip to the political aspect of hip-hop was one of my teachers in like 9th grade asked me to write a rap. She was like, if you could write something about your history, I'll let you perform it at the assembly. She gave me a couple of books, and she was like, soak that up and write something, and I'm gonna let you rock. I ended up writing this song called Black As I Could Get, and I performed it at the assembly, and while I was performing it, my principal to the school came on stage and turned the music off right while I'm performing my song. This white girl was like, well, if it's the truth, why he can't say it? When she asked that, it was like everybody was like, yeah, and then niggas just started jumping up and getting funky. All the students ending up rioting. Next thing I know, NAACP was at the school. You know what I mean?
Do you remember some of the lyrics?
I ain't no Uncle Tom, to hell with Uncle Sam. He acted like, you know, that was so profane. That was an experience, just back to the point, you know, that made me see when the NAACP and the churches and people, granddaddies and my moms and all this was all organized, you know what I mean, for this issue. As far as organizations, you know, that's only because our legacy of leadership, you know, from Malcolm to Garvey, you know, and before, that say, you know, the only way we could really move forward together, you know, is through organization, through working together, through finding out what the issues are and coming up with our own solutions.
So by the time 1991 came around, I had hooked up with my partner Stickman, which is another story, that's an incredible story. But we began to organize around the local Tallahassee area. I was 17 years old, not knowing much about what I wanted to do, but I know I had the heart to try it all. We got together with some of our comrades around the campus area, and some of them who were off campus, because I spent a lot of time off campus. I couldn't deal with a lot of that fakery on the campus. So I had to get with my partner Stick, and we would go off the campus and we would start to organize. We formed an organization called the Black Survival Movement, right off the top, because we would listen to Bob Marley songs and The Last Poets, and we would listen to speeches by Malcolm, and we would listen to Gil Scott-Heron, and that was our political education, you know, along with many pamphlets and many books as well, when you start talking about political education. And so we formed this organization called the Black Survival Movement, and it was that Black Survival Movement full of young sisters and brothers. We were somewhere between 16 and 20 years old, brothers and sisters running around Tallahassee in military formations, wearing olive drab tops and military fatigue bottoms and boots, running formation, exercising and drills, trying to organize community programs.
I wanted us to have liberation, the liberation that Huey P. Newton was not afforded. And it wasn't happening fast enough, so there was a frustration there, and I ended up leaving the particular organizational capacity I was in, and I went back, and me and my partner Stick got together and talked about some of the things that we were doing and wrote some songs. We had formed a group and we called it The Masses Want War. That was the name of the rap group, The Masses Want War. And then by the time we arrived in New York City, which is where we were planning to make our debut and talk to the people on the capitalist level about being able to be a rap group that could be on the shelves next to all the other artists like Tupac and Snoop that we were idolizing, that we were fans of. We had gone through so much adversity at that time that one day reading the newspaper, I'm reading about what then former President William Jefferson Clinton was doing. And it said, Prez says, blah, 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 blah. And you know what I said? You know what? Not only dead the president, but dead presidents, meaning all this thing is a search for, is like the carrot in front of the horse, leading him, dangling the money in front of the people, just for money. It's all about money. It's dead presidents, something that we cannot achieve or don't achieve. It keeps us on the treadmill every day. Dead presidents meaning dead this system. The system, the U.S. system of capitalism, dead that. It doesn't work for us. We are the presidents. We are the true, our legacy is of royalty. It's just covered up.
1993, South Side, Orange Ave, South City, Tallahassee, Florida. I'm gonna take y'all back to the yellow Mustang with no license. Got 38 under the seat. What you know? Yeah, whoever said life was beautiful lied. This shit is hell.
And let us know the relationship of Lord Jamar of Brand Nubia connecting you and being signed with Loud Records.
Oh, man. The archivist, Lord Jamar of Brand Nubia, Gods in the Earth. We met him in Brooklyn, New York in the mid-90s. And we had, of course, we recognize him from Brand Nubian, being big fans, been inspired by the message and the music, and you know, we approached him like, hey man, we do this too, you know, like, you know, can we work together? Is any